Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sullivan Field. And this afternoon it'll be the Bosque High School Bobcats, the girls soccer team, taking on the Hilltopper girls. And this game already underway, and trying to see how much time has run off here. I can't see the scoreboard, so let me slide over a little bit. Okay, things just things have just started off. And of course, it's still a 0-0 ball game, but we are already in the 7th minute of this contest. As the Bosque, they are 10-2 on the season. Hilltoppers are 4-6. Hilltoppers are ranked 4 in Class 4A because of the strength of their schedule, and Bosque is ranked 3 in 3A. So this should be a very good contest. The Hilltoppers have had some pretty tough competition. So we're about ready to. Anyway, we are in about the 8th minute or 7th, 8th minute as we start things off here. Sorry we got on a little late, but anyway, nothing has happened anyway between the Hilltoppers take a shot, and that's going to go over the top of the goal. So that shot taken by Tara McDonald as they attack the Bosque. Bosque is defending the west goal, and Los Alamos is defending the east goal. And trying to pick up the goalie for, she's not wearing a number, of course. that always helps. So no number on the goalie, so we'll just have to figure it out. Let's see who do they list as goalkeeper. They have Sophia de Zeiger, and that's the only one they list as goalkeeper. So she must be. Well, yeah, we have another goalkeeper who's a sophomore. So, and Sophia is a freshman, so I'm not sure who the goalie is. Anyway, so the Hilltoppers have the ball down deep in Bosque territory. There's a battle for it over by the flag, kick upfield by Los Alamos, and Hilltoppers trying to get it away. Finally, Bosque steals it away, and it come back for Los Alamos, coming back for the Hilltoppers to pick it up is Meredith Brown. Brown brings it down the field, down to the right sideline. That's going to go out of bounds on the right sideline, and so it'll be a throw in for Bosque deep in their own territory as we sit here on the 9th minute of this ball game, 0-0, and this should be a good one. These Bosque, a very, very good 3A team. Los Alamos right now a 4A team, but they've had some really tough competition. So. But in the rankings, they've taken into account the strength of their competition. Hilltoppers with a moon ball that's going to come right down to the goalie. She can't get a hold of it. And Hilltoppers is not able to have anybody right in front there. Almost a golden opportunity that time for Marley Katko, but she couldn't. And the goalie, we found out who the goalie is. Thank you, Debbie. It's Elia Pizarro Chriselles, and she is a sophomore, but had a moonball kick from Los Alamos from about 30 yards out. It came high in the air, came right down to the goalie. She tried to catch it. She couldn't. The ball got away from her. Marley Katko was right there, but Marley was not able to get to the ball. So the Bosque just booted it away. So right now we're sitting here with a free kick for Los Alamos just off the sideline. Tara McDonald's going to take the kick about 30 yards out, and this is going to go over the top of the goal. So it'll be a goal kick for Bosque. And the goalie is not going to take the goal kick. So they boot it down and upfield, and that is Ainsley Caps takes the goal kick for Bosque. Hilltoppers pick it up almost at midfield. The Hilltoppers are called for a violation, so it's going to be a free kick now for Bosque, and they're 10 yards deep in their own territory, right in the middle of the field. And it's going to be a short kick, trying to bounce to everybody. Hilltopper fullbacks pick it up. There's a battle for it. It's about 40 yards out from the goal from Bosque. Hilltopper's trying to get it across. Comes to Tara McDonald. She'll come down the left sideline and still coming down that sideline. Gets around the defender And then the ball, I think, is going to roll over the end line. And so, let's see, they're going to rule that was off of Los Alamos or off of Bosque. Nope, we're going to say it was off Los Alamos. So they hand the ball over now to Ashley Capps. Capps will put it down, and she'll take the kick. 0-0 ball game. And looking at, we're in the 12th minute of this contest, but right now it's been all Los Alamos. This entire game has been played on the Bosque side of the field. And Bosque really hasn't had mounted anything against the Toppers. The Toppers have controlled this ball game from the get-go, and the Hilltoppers are still in control. So they bring it up the middle. There's a through ball, and trying to get to it is Marley Catco. And as Barley chasing for it, Ashley Capps clears it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for Los Alamos. And pretty far down into Bosque territory. They finally retrieved the ball. Let's see where they're gonna throw it in from even with the 10-yard line on the football field. So pretty far in. Everybody back for Bosque on defense. The ball is going to be picked up by Los Alamos, now by Bosque. They try to bring it up to the right sideline, and now they do. Here comes Ashley Capps with it, and she runs into three Los Alamos defenders. Long kick by Los Alamos, trying to get it to Tara McDonald, and Bosque right there to steal it away. Bosque kick down the sideline. They kick it out of bounds. They still haven't really attacked Los Alamos at all. So it's been all Los Alamos so far. Now Bosque with a nice kick upfield, but nobody back there for Bosque. The Hilltoppers, now they just boot it back to Micah Stanfield, the Hilltopper goalie. She can't pick it up because there was a kickback to her. That's one of those soccer rules. But you can head it back to her, all that kind of stuff. But she can pick it up, but you can't if they kick it back to her. Anyway, Hilltoppers bring it up once again to Tara McDonald down the left sideline. Tara was trying to turn the corner, and as she turns the corner, she was defended there by Allison Unruh, but let's see, they're going to say it was off of, I thought it might have been off of Allison, but they're going to say it was off of Tara McDonald. So it's another goal kick for Bosque. So that's essentially, it's all it's been is the Los Alamos attacks and then goes over the end line, and then the Hilltoppers everything ends up in a goal kick so far. We haven't had a corner kick yet in this contest. Long kick upfield. That's going to bounce right to the goalie. And Elia Pizarro Cashel is the goalie. And going to join me here in just a few minutes is my buddy Mike Mays. And so it's going to be a throw-in for Los Alamos. And picked up there by Zoe Cadlick. Cadlick has it stolen away from Los Alamos. The Hilltoppers on the attack once again. Here it comes over to Marley Catco. Catco takes a kick. That is blocked. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Bosque. Hilltoppers will inbound it deep in Bosque territory down the right sideline. And so they bring the throw in, and Los Alamos trying to kick it upfield. They kicked it right into the chest of one of the Bosque players, but the Hilltoppers get it back. There's a shot by Los Alamos, and that is blocked by Bosque. And now Bosque once again trying to get something going, and so far they haven't had anything going. It's been all Los Alamos as we are sitting here right now in this contest. We're in the 16th minute of this ball game. So the ball stolen away for the Hilltoppers by Deja Fellers. And Deja doing a good job, brings the ball up into the center, in the front of the goal, and there's a goal for Los Alamos as Asia Zeller brought it up over to the right side and got it over to Tara McDonald. She was right at the top of the penalty box. It shifted a little to the right, and she just put it right into the goal for the score. So Tara McDonald scores with in the 16th minute of this ball game to take a 1-0 ball game, and Hilltoppers have been on the attack the entire ball game. So we've had a lot of mix-ups here today. Mike Mays, who just arrived, he was told the game was going to start at 4:30. We got here, the game just suddenly started. We were having a little trouble with our equipment, but all of a sudden, only the game just suddenly got underway. I mean, so anyway, but Mike, now joining me, Mike Mays. Hello, Mike.
Well, hello, Gene. When is this game supposed to start? Like any minute now, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah, 4:30, right on the dot. Yeah, I'm glad I got here on time.
Yeah, you did. You were perfect. You made it back from Big Bear, California.
Yeah, I did barely make it back, but yes, I am back, and I apologize. There was a miscommunication. I thought the game was starting at 4:30. It apparently did not. It apparently started closer to 4. So.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
But sorry about that. But Toppers up 1-0 here in 17th minute. Jane, nice goal there for Los Alamos. So Los Alamos, playing a very, very good small school in Bosque today. They have been very, very solid, and they turned into a solid soccer program in a very short amount of time. Basically as soon as the school opened, they were already a contender.
Yeah, they really were. They've been quite a contender in soccer and in tennis. They've got a great tennis program down there also at Bosque. So the Hilltoppers still pretty deep into Bosque territory. So Jenna Montoya makes a throw in for Los Alamos about 30 yards out from the flag on the right side in Bosque territory. And out of bounds it goes. And so now the Hilltoppers will move up about 10 yards, make the throw in again. And Jenna Montoya brings it into the middle of the field. It's cleared out. It's going to be picked up by Los Alamos once again. Hilltoppers leading 1-0 in this ball game. And now on the move is Meredith Brown. Brown has the ball stolen away momentarily. Meredith trying to get it back. Boy, she's battling for it, and they're going to call her for a push-off. So she had the ball stolen. She's trying to steal it back, just like basketball. Steal it from me, I'm going to take it back, even if I have to foul you. So anyway, so they bring it up. Mike, and so Mike's been off to California, and so we missed homecoming. That was a good one. And then you missed Academy Hilltopper with a through ball, and that one's going to come down there as trying to get it to Tara McDonald, breaking through for Los Alamos, but could not get there in time as the goalie, Elia Pizarro, picks it up. And so the Hilltoppers, Mike, this ball game has been all Hilltoppers. I mean, 100%. This ball has barely crossed the midline. I said that it crosses the midline. So
but really no attack there by Bosque other than number 15 Layla Commenti. I mean, Bosque wasn't even looking to get any offense going on that, and that was actually not a bad ball to attack on.
No, it wasn't at all. It came across, and the field was wide open. And like Mike said, now they're trying to get something going. It's coming down that left sideline, and that's Rose Candelaria trying to line things up because she was going to take a left-footed shot, but the Hilltopper defense right there for the Hilltopper and coming in and clearing it out for Los Alamos that time was Carly Holland. So, but the Rose Candelaria, like she's only a freshman. Boy, she's a big, tall freshman. I imagine she's on the basketball team. Big, tall girl, and obviously very athletic. It's a corner kick for after the clear out by Carly Holland. It's a corner kick for Bosque. They can't do anything with it. The Hilltoppers trying to get it upfield, the ball bouncing around, and so the and it was so the Hilltoppers were chasing it down the field. The ball bounced over one of the Hilltoppers and then bounced over one of the Bosque players. Neither one of them knew where the ball was. They were both spinning around trying to find the ball. They were the only two back there in Bosque territory at the moment. But they finally do recover, and so the ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a Los Alamos throw-in down the left sideline in Bosque territory.
Yeah, the ball actually bouncing right toward Marley Katko, and it looked like she had a chance to turn and do something with it, and then just lost sight of it or something.
Yeah, she just couldn't figure out where it was. She was spinning around trying to figure out where'd that ball go, as it just suddenly took a crazy bounce, and so the Hilltopper just kind of horsing around with it at the top of the penalty box. Now they bring it over to the side of the penalty box. The Jenna Montoya over now to trying to get it over to Tara McDonald. And it's going to be cleared out of bounds by Bosque. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Hilltoppers, pretty close to the flag, kind of lined up with the penalty box down on the right side of the field. So the Hilltoppers finally do throw it in. Comes into Jenna Montoya. Montoya in a lot of traffic. And the ball's going to be cleared out by Bosque. Hilltoppers with another throw in. And once again, it's Jenna Montoya trying to find somebody to throw it into for Los Alamos.
That was a travel, Jane. She can't do that.
No, she can't.
She took 4 or 5 steps there. You can't do that.
I know, it's amazing how they'll stand there and then they'll run down the sideline. The officials will push them back and put, you got to get further. You got to get back. Got to get back 3 more feet. Then they run down the sideline and throw it in.
Yeah, they throw in, get a 5-yard head start and nobody says anything.
So over the end line, so it's a goal kick for Academy, short kick, and picked up, and Los Alamos picks it up, and for the Hilltoppers that time, Mackenzie Ashave, high kick by Mackenzie, and then the goalie trying to get a hold of it cannot, so we're going to have a corner kick. And I'll let Mike describe the corner kick because I can't hardly see the corner.
So, yeah, it's going to be a left-footed kick. That is McDonald in the corner there. Toppers kind of set up right in the middle of the 18-yard box. And nice. Oh, wow. What a curved shot there by McDonald. Fortunately for the Bobcats, Pizarro right there to scoop it out of the air. She was a little out of position. I think that goes in. Oh, yeah. She just happened to be in the right position because that was a perfect kick by Tara. And if Pizarro had been a little further over to the left, that would have just curved around to pulling in. Bent it like Beckham, or at least his ACL or whatever knee problem he had when he was playing. So. Yes. So the ball going, let's see, we're going to have what are we doing here, Mike? Looks like a goal kick for the Bobcats, and the Bobcats back line, they don't have any big feet back there. They've all been pretty short. Yeah, they have, and the Hilltoppers it's just been total domination by Los Alamos as we sit here right now in the 25th minute of this contest. And it's been all Los Alamos as they lead 1-0 off a goal by Tara McDonald in the 16th minute. And the Academy trying to get it up to their forward, Rose Candelaria. Candelaria finally gets it. Tries to bring it down the left sideline, but all kinds of Hilltoppers there for Los Alamos, up to Jenna Montoya. She loses it. Bosque once again, but
Bosque, they just aren't mounting any kind of an attack, Mike. It's just they're just kind of, it's kind of like they're playing defense, and let's see, play the best defense you can. Let's see how you do.
Yeah, those are always the most exciting soccer games,
Yes,
when one team is refusing to play any offense whatsoever. But we're looking at the forward, Rose Candelaria. She's a freshman. She's the biggest girl out there, and it's not even close.
Yeah,
she's a monster.
Yeah, she is. There's a kick down the left sideline, and so chasing and trying to get to it. This is Layla Shimenti. Shimenti picks it up, brings it over to Candelaria. Candelaria trying to line up a shot, can't get it away. Right there for Los Alamos is Kayla Hansen. Kayla Hansen did a great job of defense against Rose Candelaria. The ball comes into the midfield circle. Pass comes down the right sideline and picked up by Bosque. Bosque once again. Now Bosque being a little more aggressive as they bring it down the left sideline. This time to Mia Alexander. Alexander cuts it into the middle. Comes back to Alexander, and the Hilltoppers steal it away, but if they're going to lose it out of bounds, so Bosque will have the throw in. And this time, it's been a rare throw in for Bosque, but this one's going to come about 10 yards deep, 15 yards deep into Hilltopper territory down the left sideline. So they get it over now to Layla Shimenti, and Shimenti brings it up to Marley. Hilltoppers bring it up to Marley Katko. Katko with a little touch pass over to Morea Montano. Montano can't get a hold of it, and so Bosque just clears it out of bounds. The Hilltoppers will throw it in once again. 1-0 ball game. Hilltoppers up, and we are in the 28th minute of this contest. They play 2 40-minute halves, and the Hilltoppers ready. Kaylin Hansen will make the throw in eventually.
Substitution for Los Alamos. Brayden Hansen coming in, and she will replace Izzy Atencio, who heads to the bench. 28 minutes in, 28th minute here, and not a lot going on right now.
No, not very much. It's going to be a throw in and running up and down the sideline. They finally do make the throw in. Trying to get a centering pass into the middle of the court over to get it over to Tara McDonald, trying to get her to line up. Bosque frantically trying to get it out of there. Hilltoppers are going to be picked up by Kaylin Hansen. Hansen bringing it upfield. That they come back, Hansen again. So nobody can they cannot get the ball past Kaylin Hansen. And the Hilltoppers moving up. The ball is at about the 20-yard line out. And so Rose Candelaria, their big forward, there's a through ball. And boy, look at Candelaria.
Whoa.
My God. Holy mackerel. Oh, I mean, you talk about fast and stride. That stride looked about 4 or 5 feet every time on every stride.
Boy, did you see that closing speed, Gene? She was 10 yards behind everybody, and she blew everybody away to the ball.
I mean, she just roared past them. And I could not believe the length of her stride. It was unbelievable. And it's her speed. Wow.
Oh, boy. They've got an athlete over there for Bosque.
Well, they certainly have somebody for track, I'll guarantee you. Boy, what a runner. That was fantastic. But it was just not only the speed, but my gosh, she just could. I mean, well, she's a tall girl anyway, and boy, she used every inch of those long legs she's got. So back to the ball game. We're right now in this ball game right now. We're in the 30th minute, and Hilltoppers leading 1-0, but it's been all Hilltoppers so far. And finally, Marley Katko was battling for it, and she was having quite a battle out there with Lily Lawrence. And finally, the ball is cleared.
Looks like we're going to get a corner kick out of this. McDonald back in the corner, And she's all set. Just missed out on scoring on the corner kick her last attempt. See how she wants to play this. Topper's crashing toward the net, went off on one of the Topper's heads, and that's going to roll out of bounds. That'll be a Bobcat goal kick. These have not been particularly successful.
No, they really haven't. And Allison Unruh will make the goal kick at this point.
That was actually one of the better ones. That was about 25, 30 yards.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, there haven't been any crazy, wild, long goal kicks from Bosque, not at all, as Mike pointed out. But it goes out of bounds, and the Hilltoppers will make the throw in, and that's something that we've seen most of this ball game. Out of bounds again, as the Hilltoppers trying to throw it up to Tara McDonald, and Bosque right there to boot it out of bounds. Maya Falcon boots it out of bounds for Bosque, and then they get it up to, brought it up to Tara to think that, well, no, that wasn't Tara. No, they're trying to get it up to Gracie Hoggenstadt. Gracie's only an 8th grader, and she tried to pick up the pass and tried to center it, but it went off the side of her foot and over the end line. I thought there was going to be a goal kick, but no, they're going to say no, it went out of bounds right in front of the flag. So they have the throw in front of the flag down the right sideline for Bosque. And now they're having a throw in once again as they get it to Lily Lawrence.
Well, Rose Candelera is trying to throw, but she was almost a yard past where she was supposed to throw it in. So you can't allow that.
So the Hilltoppers, the pass comes up to Marley Katko. Katko, only a sophomore, one of the forwards for Los Alamos, and it is stolen away from her by Mia Alexander, but it goes out of bounds, and so Bosque, another battle for it, which Los Alamos wins. Coming in from the right sideline this time and trying to line up a shot, but was not able to, and that was Maria Montano. But it's going to be another corner kick, Mike.
Yeah, McDonald go back into the corner again. And McDonald, by the way, not a big fan of sleeves. She rolls up her jersey to the shoulder, and she's done that in all weather so far. Right in front of the goal, there's a big scrum there, and finally Pizarro jumps on it. Boy, I wouldn't want to jump in the middle of that. That was legs flying all over the place.
Yeah, everybody was kicking. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't get kicked in the head. It was like you say, it just looked like a rugby scrum, and everybody in the middle, and everybody was kicking in every different direction. And finally, Elia Pizarro Michels decides just to fall on it in the middle of that gang. But
that would not have been my first choice. I'll let them sort this out.
There's a free kick for Los Alamos, and that free kick taken by Meredith Brown for the Hilltoppers, a one bouncer to the Bosque goalie. She's going to walk to the top of the penalty box and going to boot it up to midfield. And the Hilltoppers will start to go out of bounds. The Hilltoppers save it back in, so it's still in bounds. Now it's going to go out of bounds out of Bosque, off of Bosque. And we're in the 35th minute. Hilltoppers leading 1-0. And it's interesting, the Hilltoppers have pretty well dominated. In fact, they've totally dominated this first half, but they really haven't had that many shots on the goal. So it's Bosque has been playing defense most of the ball game. So they've been keeping Los Alamos away and then not giving Los Alamos the opportunities. But Bosque just has every white jersey is down there almost in the penalty box for Los Alamos in the Bosque penalty box.
Yeah, they're really stuffing the defensive area. I'm actually a little surprised. Los Alamos has 3 players back in the back line. I'm a little surprised they haven't sent them on the attack. Really, Bosque has not put forth any kind of serious offense. Maybe one, maybe two runs that actually didn't end up being all that dangerous. So I'm a little surprised Los Alamos isn't just throwing the kitchen sink at them right now, especially late in the quarter or late in the half.
And Kayla Hansen has been through this whole time has just been standing on the 30-yard line in Bosque territory with her hands on her hips, just watching. And then the two other fullbacks standing next to each other all the way back at midfield. And that was Meredith Brown. And she's back there with Carly Holland. So, like Mike says, bring them up. Boy, all of a sudden, a quick kick by Los Alamos, and it's coming down the right side of the penalty box. And suddenly, I mean, she just fired all of a sudden. And but the goalie was able to get it, but it was just a good kick. And let's see, I think that was Maria Montano. But yes, it was. For her long, very broad ponytail covering her number. That's what I love about girls' sports, especially basketball. We do basketball, and then you try to see what girl, the number on the other team. You learn, of course, we learn our team, but then these girls come in with a long ponytails. So the ball is cleared out by Bosque up around the 40-yard line, pushed back by Los Alamos. And the Hilltoppers will bring it into the top of the penalty box again. Tara McDonald, and she's under a lot of pressure, so she clears it out, and she brings it over to Estella Remelieu. Remelieu is going to, and Remelieu, she's going to bring, and she brings it up to Braden Hansen. And the ball will end up with Deja Fellers, and Fellers trying to come down the right sideline, and then Bosque just simply comes over and boots it out of bounds. The Hilltoppers are 20 yards deep into Bosque territory, coming down the right sideline, and they throw it in. They throw it in, and the girl they threw it into was standing on the sideline, so she bounced off her out of bounds. How about deja vu all over again, Mike?
I was waiting to say that. Thanks for nothing, Gene.
Bosque did the exact same thing. Threw it into a girl standing around the sideline, hit her in the chest, and dropped out of bounds.
That was that ball was thrown straight into the ground. It was like a short hop in to the second baseman in baseball.
Yes, it's so. Well, the clock is stopped at 38, and so that means unofficially there are 2 minutes left in this contest. Rose Candelaria with a long kick, but Hilltoppers right there to bring it back upfield. But it'll be a quick throw-in for Bosque. Bosque trying to get it up to Rose Candelaria, and they do. And here comes Candelaria down the right sideline, and she's got a green crowd with her. She centers it. Bosque trying to line up a shot as they're trying to get it over now to Brooklyn Bird. Brooklyn hoping for the shot. She couldn't get it off. Now they bring it to Candelaria over on the right smack up the right side of the penalty box, and she slams it into the side of the goal. And so that's about the first time we've really seen Bosque really do anything. And they finally try to put something together, and this first half is almost over.
Well, good give and go there by the Bobcats, and actually got a fairly decent look out of it. Candelaria a little bit too close to the goal to make a serious shot between the posts, but pretty fair play there.
Marty Katka with a nice pass up to Meredith Brown down the right sideline. They bring it over to the top of the penalty box. There's a major hacky sack game going on over there, and they finally do get it over on the left side of the penalty box to the Hilltoppers. And boy, And that goal, that's going to be by Gracie Hoggenstadt, I do believe. The freshman, the eighth grader. Let me see. Am I correct, Mike, or did I?
I believe so. Well,
yeah,
kind of in the middle of the pack right now, but I think that was in fact.
But she just, she had it over in the left side of the penalty box, and she was double teamed. And she just simply grabbed the ball out of the double team, got in front of them, and then took a great shot into the goal, into the right side of the goal. And it was hard to see her number at the point, but I'm pretty sure that was the eighth grader, Gracie Hoggenstadt. And we'll try to find out if it was Gracie, but and so that will bring this first half to a close.
That was a fast half. It was like they just started and they're already done. That was quick.
Yeah, everybody's hugging Gracie right now on the bench. So yeah, as she walks over the bench, all the girls come over and give her a big hug. So credit the eighth grader for a great play. And boy, she did it all herself. She was in that double team and over on the left side of the penalty box, and she was in the double team, and she looked like she was, not going to be able to do anything. And all of a sudden, she just suddenly just kind of scooted that ball. Well, she just scooted it back toward herself, and then all of a sudden she was wide open as she took a couple of steps forward, and that got her out of the double team. And then she had a wide open shot, and boy, it's a pretty shot into the right side of the goal, and the Hilltoppers take the lead 2-0. And so that goal coming probably about the 40th minute of this contest, Mike.
So yeah, Toppers with a solid, very dominating performance here in this first half, and a couple of goals, one by Tara McDonald, and then right at the end of the half by Gracie Hoggenstadt from about 15 yards out and to the left side and right through the hands of Elia Pisano Crichels. So couple of nice goals there for Los Alamos, 2-0, and it seems like Los Alamos should be up like 5 or 6-0 right now.
Yeah, they really should. It's just been the entire ball game has been played on the Bosque side of the field, and I know that I keep saying it's nothing by Bosque, but early in the game, in the first probably the third minute or something like that, Bosque did have a pretty good shot coming down, and they fired one, but a great save by Micah Stansfield for Los Alamos. But so that, when it started things off, it looked like Bosque was going to, be a formidable force on offense. And then after that attack and that shot, and it was a great shot and a great save by Micah. But ever since then, it's been all Los Alamos. And we spent almost the entire first half on the Bosque side of the field. So I'm going to send it back to Charlene, Mike, for a little bit, so she can let everybody hear from our sponsors. We have videos of our sponsors, which is cool. Anyway, Mike and I will be back after that.
Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win. So go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public as well as the playgrounds and facilities while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the safety and wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara, and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is better for bears and better for us. So at night, for instance, at the Nature Center, we take down the bird feeders that we have outside and put them back up in the morning. So that is something you can do. But if you do have a bear at your house that has eaten from your feeders, make sure to take your feeders down for a length of time around 2 weeks, so the bear does not acclimatize to coming to your house for food. Do not leave your pet food outside. If you happen to feed your animals outdoors, put your food bowls out there, make sure your animals have your fill, but make sure you bring them in after your animal is done eating. That'll, again, keep the bears safe. Clean and store your grills. That means cleaning your grills thoroughly, removing all fat and food that could have dropped in the base of the grill, and then storing it in an inaccessible place, so a place the bears cannot get to, like a garage or even inside your house, if that's a possibility. I know not everybody has a garage, but just keeping in mind a good place to store a grill that is away from that can be away from bears accessing it. And I guess our last bear safety tip is to tell your neighbors, communicate with your neighbors and your friends about bears that have been spotted in the area, or these safety tips that you've learned here today. The more knowledge we can give to our neighbors and our friends, the better, and it will keep our bear neighbors and our human neighbors as safe as possible. Good luck, toppers, on your season.
Greetings, Hilltoppers. I'm Brian DeAndrea of TechSource Incorporated. We are a science and engineering consultancy headquartered in Los Alamos, and for over 20 years have been providing the hard-won knowledge and skills from this community to organizations around the nation. It is our pleasure to support Los Alamos and Hilltopper sports. Good luck and have fun. Go Hilltoppers!
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers!
We understand the challenge of explaining to kids that money doesn't grow on trees. At Los Alamos Schools Credit Union, we have all of the tools you need for your kids to learn good financial habits. We offer a free student checking account with debit card, 24/7 online banking, and great member service to help you and your family's finances stay on track. And right now, we're offering a back-to-school bonus deposit with every new student checking account open before October 1st. Grow with us at Los Alamos Schools Credit Union for people, not profit.
Well, here we are back at the Sullivan Field. Hilltoppers leading 2-0 over the Bosque Bobcats. And we're just ready to go as the Hilltoppers will start the second half as Tara McDonald kicks off for Los Alamos, kicks it into Los Alamos territory, picked up there by one of the fullbacks. And now the Hilltoppers with a long pass down the right sideline. And boy, they trying to get it to Tara. Tara she couldn't catch up with it, but she was racing with two defenders for Bosque, and actually Tara had the advantage, but she couldn't get to the ball. The ball was just too far ahead of her. So now Bosque has to throw in, and they'll boot it up, and so the Hilltoppers see if they can sustain the attack, which is what they did. The ball comes up now to Estella Remeliu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Estella coming over down the left sideline. She's on the left side of the penalty box, crossing pass. That's going to go behind the goal.
I believe it's Ramilix. I have no idea.
Well, her mother came up to talk to me, and you were doing a wrap up or something, so she kept whispering. And I kept saying, okay, what are you saying? What are you saying? But she didn't want to talk regular. Anyway, right now we have a situation here at the we're going to have a corner kick for Los Alamos. That's our situation. So Tara McDonald makes the corner kick, but goes right into the pack, and it played easily by Bosque. Hilltoppers lose it out of bounds over the end line, so we're going to have a goal kick, and coming in to make the goal kick this time now is Allison Unruh.
I think it wasn't bad.
No.
That got close to the 40-yard line.
Yes, it did. And so started to go out of bounds, but Bosque saves it back in, coming over to the sideline. Isabel James comes over and grabs it. And so now they're going to rule it was out of bounds off Los Alamos. So long throw in by Bosque, and they just throw it right. I mean, they just throw it right smack to Braden Hansen, bounces off of her out of bounds. Now Rose Candelaria trying to get a hold of it. She makes a pass down the right sideline. That is blocked by Los Alamos. Is stand right there for the Hilltoppers. Carly Holland, one of the fullbacks for Los Alamos. Now Bosque a throw in again, and the Hilltoppers. It just comes down to Carly Holland. She just sticks a foot out and lets it go out of bounds again. So the Bosque keeps moving down the field.
Yeah, there we go again. And so picks another 6-7 yards up. This is like watching a football, one of those, 15 play drives or something. That's what we're looking at right now. About picking about 5-6 yards per throw in.
Yeah,
they're actually threatening now.
Yeah, they're actually marching down the sideline. And this time now, let's see, it's still well, they're going to throw it in again, the same spot. And they're lined up with the 20-yard line of the football field. And they bring it into the penalty box, picked up there by Bosque. Bosque trying to get it across the field, and they cannot. It picked up by Los Alamos. Hilltoppers on the run now, right now, and quickly down the right sideline. Boy, I'm telling you, and she put the Deja Fellers. Boy, I mean, she put the afterburners on, took off down that right sideline, and finally, Bosque's finally able to get over there and clear it out. So that's been the name of this game. Bosque clearing out Tara McDonald over to the right of the penalty box, and she takes you can't call that a crossing pass or anything. She just booted it, and it just went flying over the goal out of bounds.
I don't know if she was attempting a shot there. I think she might have been. She might have got her foot under it a little bit because it kind of sailed on her.
It really did, and goes out of bounds on the other side of the field. So on the Academy will attack down the right side of the field. And it looks like, well, it comes to Rose Candelaria, but stolen away by Carly Holland for Los Alamos.
And Holland, we've seen her so often in basketball. She's an absolute bruiser. I've noticed she is the only one that's willing to take Candelaria on, head on, because Candelaria is a big, big girl, and she is very muscular.
Yes.
And the Toppers have been a little loath to face her off.
So the Academy, Bosque makes the throw in, and then they boot it down toward the side of the right side of the goal. But they didn't have anybody there to pick it up, so it just rolls over the end line. So they put it down, and so Allison Unruh will boot it again. This time a line drive with a lot of power on it, but the Hilltoppers was able to stop it. Picked up there for the Hilltoppers by Estella Remelieu. So Estella's still with it. Now she's going to bring it up to Tara McDonald. McDonald trying to get it back to her, and it's stolen away by Bosque. Bosque coming down to get it to Rose Candelaria with a great touch pass. And the thing that amazed me about that, Mike, was that it was a touch pass, but she just kind of put her foot out on a little what they call a touch pass. That thing went sailing down, worm burnered right down the field.
And she put no mustard on that whatsoever. She's just that strong.
Yes, it's just she didn't haul off and kick it, but that thing, normal touch pass like that would have just gone a few yards right in front of the goal. And boy, a great shot. A great pass inside of the front of the goal. And
hey, you know what? I think that was Pizarro.
I think it was too.
She's got a unique hairstyle, and I don't think she's in goal anymore. I think we have a new keeper.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do.
But Pizarro actually did pretty good shape. She tried a little toe punch, and it just just a little bit off the mark, but not a bad shot there.
No, and she was pretty deep into the penalty box, and she had a golden opportunity. She just couldn't get a hold of it, like Mike said, and and get the kind of kick that she wanted. But I do believe the goalie right now, if I had to make a guess, it would be Sophia Daruger. So I think that's who is the other goalie.
That is so unlike them to not come up and tell us. So, when they change people like that. So something must have happened. They might have, they probably got their, shirt caught on the fence and couldn't make it up here or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah, they're so informative. Comes to Candelaria. Candelaria playing around with it, and now she's going to get it over to on the sideline. It's just, there's about 5 girls there, 3 or 4 toppers, and 2 or 3 the Bobcats, and they were just having a little game of hacky sack there at half court, at midfield. So it goes out of bounds, and Hilltoppers will have the throw in. Hilltoppers bring it in, and to Tara McDonald. Tara going down the right sideline, and cleared out by Lily Lawrence for Bosque. And the Hilltoppers will throw it in once again. And right even with the 10-yard line in the football field. Ball comes into the penalty box on the right side. Hilltoppers trying to get somebody set up. They move the ball around, and there's a long kick. Boy. Let's see. Yeah, I think that kick was by Carly Holland. I think.
Yeah, Holland in the area, and then didn't.
I think it was Carly, and it sailed over the. That thing sailed way over the top of the goal. But we are in the second half. We are in the 50th minute. Hilltoppers leading 2-0. And Hilltoppers almost on the attack once again, but right back there on defense for Bosque, and that was Allison Unruh. She's the one that takes the goal kicks, but she cut off that attack by Los Alamos, did a great job. Now the Hilltoppers bring it into Tara McDonald. McDonald dribbling, doing a great job, still going, crossing pass by Tara. And boy, she got it right. I think that was she made a great crossing pass, and I think that came to Deja Fellers. And Fellers, I think, with the attempt, and she had a pretty good shot, but it just went just wide, but it was deflected by Bosque. Hilltoppers now with a corner kick on the left side of the field, and doing a pretty good job of it, actually. And they're going to go out of bounds off the Hilltoppers. And it's right there for the Hilltoppers. Meredith Brown boots it out. So they're going to have, let's see,
ball out of bounds near the flag.
Yeah, I'm lost here.
That might have looked like you got out with that came off of Holland.
Yeah, so they're going to throw it in right at the substitution flag, Bosque, down the left sideline, and the Hilltoppers bring it right back upfield. So nothing but green right now for Los Alamos. It's coming down in a hurry for Hilltoppers, and we have a major collision, and going down that time was Carly Holland, but
they will play on.
Yeah, they did play on, but Carly doing a pretty good job of coming down that the left hash marks of the football field, and all of a sudden there was a girl there just waiting for her, and so Carly just crashed into her. Carly went down, and the Bosque girl came out of it pretty good. So it's going to be a free kick for Los Alamos. Maybe they called something, because it's going to be a free kick from that spot. Meredith Brown lines it up from Los Alamos 20 yards deep into Bosque territory. Nice kick into the penalty box, but a good job by the Bobcats to get it out of there. And now it comes to Candelaria, and here comes Rose down that left sideline. Now she boots it up. There's a through ball. Beautiful fast. And all the way out of the goal for Los Alamos is Micah Stanfield. And they had an absolute golden opportunity. And Allison to take the shot. Boy, that was a beautiful shot that time. And they just not able. I mean, that beautiful. I mean, it was a great pass by Rose Candelaria. Came in. They had a couple of girls there. Neither girl could actually kind of get to it. But finally, it came over to the right side of the penalty box, and Allison Capps had a wide open shot. And the goalie was
a little bit wide, but had the far post open. And Stanfield was trying to scramble to get back, but she wasn't going to get there. Had that been on, that would have been in.
Oh, yeah, she was. I mean, she was lined up perfectly for the shot. She just went a little left, and then the Hilltoppers on the other end to get it to Tara McDonald. Her boot toward the goal goes out of bounds, so it's a goal kick for Bosque. They bring it in, and Rose Candelaria will pick it. It goes out of bounds off the Hilltoppers. Candelaria will throw it in right at the substitution flag. And so she just brings it into the closest girl to her, who happened to be Allison Capps. The ball gets through everybody, and picking it up for is Layla Chimenti. So Layla, so right now, nobody doing a whole lot of moving. There's another through ball, comes to Candelaria, coming down the left sideline. Candelaria trying to set up something, but the Hilltoppers coming back, boy, in a hurry and doing a good job. Meredith Brown got back there in time, Mike, and was able to boot it out, because I thought it looked like Rose was going to make a cut toward the goal. And, I mean, with her strength and everything, it's going to be a tough one for somebody. But anyway, now it's going to be a corner kick for Bosque, and they are over on the left side of the goal. And, well, that was a strange corner kick. So maybe not so strange.
Well, actually, we got a pretty good shot on goal out of it. Was that
Allison Unruh?
Yeah, Unruh. They booted it straight back to her. It didn't make any attempt to kick that toward the goal. But Unruh, kind of coming from the 25-yard line, had a good run up at it and had a nice shot.
Yeah, and it was kind of a slow roller kick. I mean the corner kick straight back to her, so everybody just kind of let it go. But like Mike said, she came up, and all of a sudden that thing went straight to the goal and just lucky that Micah Stanfield was standing where she was.
Yeah, it was a great shot. Unruh, if I'm not mistaken, Gene, is the only senior on this roster. I'm just amazed how young the Bobcats are this year. I think just the one senior, and I only see one junior.
Yeah, they got a lot of freshmen and sophomores.
Two juniors, I'm sorry. They have two juniors, Ophelia Ruddle and Zoe Cadlick. But that's it. Everybody else is underclassmen.
Yes, they are. Marley Catco with it for Los Alamos is down around the 15-yard line of the football field in Bosque territory. Tries to center, pass long, pulled away by Bosque, long pass down the right sideline. Comes to Candelaria. Candelaria takes the shot. And she was trying to aim it toward the left side of the goal, but it curved away from the goal and goes over the end line. So it's going to be a goal kick for Los Alamos, and Micah Stanfield will make that kick.
We've seen more offense out of the Bobcats in the last 5 minutes. We saw the entire first half.
This is exactly right, as we are in the 58th minute, 2-0 ball game. Hilltoppers up against the Bobcats. Hilltoppers bring it upfield, and Hilltoppers had to look for a moment like they had a chance to put something together, but good defense, and we're going to have an offsides called against Bosque. So Bosque coming down the right side of the field, and too far ahead of everybody was Layla Chimenti. And it was an easy call for the official because it was right in front of him. I mean, right in front of him. The ball was coming down the sideline, and Chimenti heading down. She just ran past the ball. Hilltopper's coming in from the left side this time, and trying to attack from that left side was Braden Hansen. Cleared out of bounds. Hansen will inbound it. She's going to bring it into Tara McDonald. McDonald dribbling a little. McDonald still with it. The ball, she tried to make a little pass. It was picked up and it was kicked back. They kicked it right. They were only about 3 feet away, and they kicked it right into Tara. And then it went down, but Tara wasn't able to do anything with it. So Bosque now is trying to set something up, coming down the left sideline, goes out of bounds. Hilltoppers will come down their right sideline. And Bosque, like Mike says, they've been a lot more aggressive this second half. Candelaria, there's a little through ball, but Meredith Brown, did she hustle back there?
Yeah, a couple of nice hustle plays there by Meredith Brown. Got the ball away from Candelaria a couple of minutes ago, and then kind of a nice close. Whoa. Quick shot there by Candelaria, but right at Stanfield. That had some juice on it.
Yeah, it really did. And Stanfield just happened to once again be standing in the right position. Actually kind of hit her. She couldn't, there was a lot of power on it. She wasn't able to catch it. There's a shot taken by Los Alamos from outside. And that one was taken by Braden Hansen. So Bosque clears it downfield, comes way downfield down the left sideline. And going to go out of bounds. See off of Bosque, and we have some substitutions here, Mike, for the Hilltoppers.
Yep. So coming in, I believe that's Gracie Hagenstad coming in, and she is going to replace. Let's see, who is that?
It's Carly Halton. I see. No, Braden Hansen. So Gracie comes in and replaces Braden.
I'm confused. They have the same last name. I'm confused. I don't know who's who.
So now Los Alamos, long kick down the left sideline. There's a race for it, trying to get up there for it. Poor Los Alamos can't get up there, but big tall girl playing fullback back there, Allison Unruh. She's the only senior, as Mike pointed out. There's a crossing pass for Los Alamos, and they were trying to get it across to the other side to Gracie Hagenstad, and Hagenstad's going to lose it over the end line. So let's see, 60. Well, we're going to come 61, 63rd minute. And it's a 2-0 ball game. Los Alamos up against the Bosque High School Bobcats. Bobcats are 10-2. The Hilltoppers, their record's not so good, but they've actually played some pretty tough competition. Hilltoppers coming in. There's a shot taken by Los Alamos as they got a pass upfield into and that shot was taken by Deja Fellers. As they got it over to Deja coming down in the right side, and she just came down a little to the right of center, and it popped into the penalty box, got the pass, and puts it up too hard over the top of the goal.
I think it rolled up on her foot a little bit because that was a excellent look. Looked like she just got under it.
Yes, yeah, it had way too much elevation. So Rose Candelaria's pass, and that one is picked up by Estella Remeliu. And then they are trying to bring it back upfield to Marley Katko. They're still trying to get it to Marley, but it's going to start to go out of bounds. Rose Candelaria keeps it from going out of bounds. And then Gracie Hagenstad brings it down. And takes it away from Rose, brings it down the left sideline. And so the The Hilltoppers are 20 yards deep into Bosque territory down the left sideline. In comes the throw in, picked up by Bosque, and now it's going to come by Los Alamos once again as it comes up to Stella Remelieu. Remelieu gets it over to Tara McDonald. McDonald coming right down the middle of the field. Whoa! I thought we had an offside, but we had Stella Remelieu. She got it over to Tara McDonald, and Stella was ahead of everybody. And I thought they were going to call offside, but the pass to Stella from Tara, which would have been a beautiful pass if they could have got to it, was blocked by Bosque. If they'd been able to get that pass through, Stella would have been wide open. And they didn't call her for offsides. So Bosque, with a throw in deep in Los Alamos territory, they get it to Rose Candelaria, and then a quick left-footed shot that time. And that one taken by Allison Capps. And that comes right to Micah Stanfield. Micah, boy, nice kick. High in the air, lands, comes down in the midfield circle, takes a nice bounce, comes over to Tara McDonald. McDonald is going to try to get it over to the left sideline. Passes kind of too much. Is it going to roll over the end line? But they had a pretty good opportunity that time because Gracie Haagenstad was open over there. But Tara's pass, she just put too much on it. So Allison Unruh, she will make the kick, the goal kick once again. And the Bosque, well, it's one of these ones where everybody playing around at half court at midfield again. Finally, Bosque comes up with it, coming right down the middle of the field, but Hilltoppers just clear it right back upfield to her, and a long kick down by Bosque. Rose coming in from the left side, Rose Candelaria, and Rose trying to line up a shot. Whoa, and a little touch shot. She was double teamed, but everything was going to the right, and then she suddenly came back with a little right-footed touch shot right toward the goal post on the left side. And that just barely missed that goalpost. And it was a great effort because everything was shifted toward the right. And then she suddenly was able to get that little toe touch pass toward the goal. And if she had been able to, it just barely missed. But it was going to go in if he had been able to straighten it out a little more. So the pass comes into the midfield circle, picked up there. A lot more offense is happening by Bosque than the last time. Pass comes through. Hilltoppers on the run. Hilltoppers coming down the left side. Gracie Haagenstad trying to get it lined up. Can't. Haagenstad goes down. And the official says, well, get up. But for a minute, they said Gracie was ahead of we had two toppers actually ahead of the Bosque defenders, and Gracie came to Gracie, and then Gracie suddenly got double teamed, and as they were battling for it, Gracie got knocked down, nothing called. Now the ball goes out of bounds about 20 yards deep into Bosque territory. Hilltoppers with the throw in. They bring it to Tara McDonald. McDonald gets through a couple of people, gets it to Gracie Haagenstad. Haagenstad a little behind the back. She kind of kicked it back to herself with her heel. And a great shot by Tara McDonald. And what a save this time by Sofia Darugar. Now down the left sideline in a hurry comes Bosque. And they get all the way down the left sideline. Now they're trying to center it, but they can't. Comes to Rose Candelaria right at the top of the penalty box. Rose is going to bring it over to the right side, over to Layla Chimenti. Chimenti with the shot and goes right to Micah Stanfield. So Micah kick, just a low kick, but takes a bounce over all the toppers, comes right to Bosque. Bosque picks it up, and now it's going to be stolen away from Los Alamos. Great kick by Los Alamos. Here comes down the left side. Here comes Haagenstad. Haagenstad trying to line something up. And boy, I mean, she is really being chased over there by Isabel James. So Isabel did a good job, but they had Haagenstad open once again. Pass comes to Gracie again. Gracie, I think they're going to call Los Alamos for offsides. And I think that's true. I think Gracie was off, and on the other side of the field, let's see who. And on the other side of the field, we had Deja Fellers was offside. So that was an easy call for the official. Where are we, Mike?
So we are in the 70th minute now. So time growing short here for the Bobcats. You got to give the Bobcat offense credit after doing literally nothing in that first half. They have really turned things on, and they had a couple of really close calls. A couple of nice shots went right to Stanfield, and a couple more were just off the mark.
Yeah, they really should have a couple of goals at this point. Hilltoppers kick it back to Stanfield, so she can't pick it up, like I say. So she kicks it upfield where it's picked up by Bosque. Bosque at the top of the penalty box, right pass to the right side comes to Candelaria. Candelaria is able to keep from going out of bounds, and
it's
so
a shot. I think it's going to be off on the toppers. So it looks like a Bosque goal corner kick coming up.
Yeah, I think so. I think the shot was deflected by Los Alamos.
And
yep, you're right,
myriad of substitutions. Checking out for Los Alamos is Atencio, and checking in.
But
I'm not 100% sure who that was.
I think that's Maria Montano just came back into the ball game.
But in any event, that corner kick is rather kind of a whole lot of nothing there.
Yeah.
Uneventful.
Yes, exactly. So the Hilltopper is still with it. Sarah McDonald's all the way back into Bosque into Los Alamos territory. Now the Hilltoppers kick it upfield. Bosque's got about 3 or 4 fullbacks back there at this point. And the Hilltoppers with a nice touch pass down the right sideline to Tara McDonald. McDonald coming down that right sideline, tries to make turn, tries to get it to Marley Katko, but come running out of the goal and the goalie box, and running over was the goalie. And so coming and pick it up this time is Sofia Darugar. And she just, all she does is pick it up and then boot it upfield. So we're going to have a throw in for Los Alamos. And this one's going to be about 10, 15 yards deep as they keep moving. Nice throw in comes right to Tara McDonald, but they're going to say, nope, we have a substitution. And now coming back into the ballgame for Los Alamos. And
should that be 12 men on the field, Gene?
Kristen Daly.
I think it's a penalty.
Yeah. Kristen Daly comes in for Los Alamos. And then the Hilltoppers called for the violation, so it's going to be a free kick. And they will. So they get the ball over to Allison Capps. Capps with a nice kick upfield comes into Hilltopper territory. Candelaria in a crowd. Finally gets out of the crowd and it's finally stolen away. And then Meredith Brown with the kick upfield. Hilltoppers get it up to Marley Katko. She tries to head it upfield and then rolls back. And now a kick down the left sideline. And here comes Gracie Haagenstad once again, the 8th grader. And she's just she can't get to it. It's going to roll over the sideline right smack in front of the flag down in the Bosque territory. And so the Bosque will inbound it, but they're pretty deep in their own territory.
And they're in no hurry to throw this in.
No, they're not. Almost a corner kick. She's standing almost in a corner kick circle. Anyway, so they bring it in. It's still in. Bosque not doing a whole lot to try to get it out of there. They lose it out of bounds deep in their own territory. And so Hilltoppers will inbound it. Kristen Daly trying to pick it up for Los Alamos, booted out of bounds. We're right now in the 75th minute of this contest. Comes to Tara McDonald. McDonald get it back, trying to get it to Kristen Daly once again. And
both two teams they look like they're out of gas. There's a lot of walking, a lot of standing around right now, considering we're in crunch time.
Yeah, and then chasing the ball down. There's no hurry. And so Candelaria is going to take the goal kick, line drive.
Wow, that was longer than any two goal kicks I think Bosque's had today.
Comes rolling. And so Bosque has a golden opportunity, wide open, and there's the goal.
I think it was Caps, and boy, just crazy play. The kick from Candelaria kind of rolled past everybody, and Caps was in a foot race. Stanfield came out and came out of the goal, and she I'm not sure she touched the ball. I don't think she actually got the ball, and it just rolled right past her, straight back to Caps, and Caps just tapped it in.
There was nobody. It was just Caps in the goal. That was it. I mean, and then she capped it off with a make it 2-1. But and that coming in about the 75th minute. But that play all the way from the goalie box in front of the Bosque goal, the Hilltoppers, Rose Candelaria, really hard line drive kick. It came down in the midfield circle, but it was a line drive, and it just kept going. Bosque was able to get up there and get to it.
This game not over yet.
No, not at all. So the Bosque's had 2 or 3 opportunities to score here, and they finally do score on that one, but that one was just, like I say, from one end of the field to the other. That started right in front of their goal. And Allison Caps, she ended up, it's Ainsley Caps, but Ainsley ends up right in front of the goal. Nobody in front of her. The easiest goal you're going to get. Those are the kind of goals you miss. It's like having a wide open layup in basketball.
Yeah, I just said, you think success rate of those are about 5%.
Yes. So Bosque trying to get something down, but Los Alamos brings it back, and now there's a major battle for it out there in Bosque territory. Tara McDonald starts to go. I think she stepped on the ball. She was trying to kick the ball. I think she stepped on it because she suddenly went down on one knee. She quickly comes up and then grabs the ball. She's just laying there. And so then the kick comes down into the left side of the penalty box, gets away from the goalie, and Rose Candelaria back there to help out. Rose is everywhere.
They're putting her wherever. I guess her job is just to go wherever the ball goes.
Yeah, apparently,
because she's been all over the place.
She was all the way back there, right in front of the goal. So Allison Unruh with the goal kick.
I think I would let Candelaria take that again. That's been the best play so far.
Really long bouncer is going to come out down the field to Stanfield. Micah's going to pick it up. She's going to roll it over to Grace, over to Estella Remelieu. Remelieu has the ball stolen away. It comes back to her and stolen away again. Now Bosque coming down the right sideline. Ainsley Caps, who scored the goal, she's coming in from the right side, trying to line up a shot, but Hilltoppers there for Los Alamos. The coming over and doing a good job. And that was Carly Holland. So Holland challenges Caps, and Holland wins the battle, but it goes out of bounds off of Carly. There's a nice throw in right to Rose Candelaria. Hilltopper's right on top of it. And so in Candelaria with a little push shot, and that's going to go just to the right side of the goal, and it's going to be picked up there by Micah Stanfield. She kicks it upfield. And now Los Alamos will get it up. Well, he's trying to get up to Tara McDonald, but they can't. They cannot get it by Allison Enroux. Big, tall defender back there, fullback for Bosque. Now the Hilltoppers roll it back to Micah Stanfield. So she's just standing there. Now she boots it. And that could be dangerous. Here comes Rose Candelaria coming in. And boy, I mean, she almost got to it. If she'd have got to it, she could have made a cut to the goal. That would have been bad news for Stanfield, but it is going to be a corner kick, Mike.
Yeah, it is. Looks like, I think that's Caps going over to there. Last time the Bobcats had a corner kick, they had just pushed it to the point. They got a pretty good shot out of it, but it looks like they're going to take a more traditional corner kick here. Ooh, not a bad ball there by Caps. Just kind of sailed over everybody, and that's going to go across the field. And I don't think it was touched.
Yeah, it was but it was just a little high. Otherwise, it'd have been a perfect shot for a header. But like Mike said, put her across the other side. The Hilltopper, we're in the final, unofficially, in the final 2 minutes of this ball game.
Mystery
I don't know what
foul call there, and
something.
Then we're gonna get a bad throw in by Bosque. You need to throw the ball, and the ball needs to go behind your head, and that was more like a chest pass.
Yes.
Can't do that.
Candelaria lining it up. Whoa. Over the top of the goal. She was about 25, 30 yards out, right smack in the middle of the field.
And that's going to do it. We have the finishing whistle. So Toppers hang on for a 2-1 advantage. Candelaria that was a rocket she hit there. It was off target, but right there, right before the whistle, had a shot from about 30 yards out and just got underneath it. Bosque doesn't have I don't believe Bosque has a football team, but they need a place kicker on their football team. I think it could do worse than Candelaria.
No, they certainly couldn't. My God, amazing. So that's it. My final score 2-1. And you want to give us a quick recap of that scoring?
Sure, absolutely. First half, Toppers scored both of their goals. First one by Tara McDonald. That's coming about midway through in that first half. And then right before the break, Gracie Hoggenside, the 8th grader, she got a pass about 15 yards from the goal, and she went to the left side to give the Toppers a 2-0 edge heading into the break. Toppers first half looked very, very well in control the entire way, and then right at the end of the 75th minute, Toppers still up 2-0. The Bobcats got a breakaway from Ainsley Caps. She's able to tap it in after her Micah Stanfield met up right around the top of the box, but Stanfield unable to get a hand on the ball. The ball squirts by her. Caps kept going and tapped it in to make it a 2-1 ball game. And then the Bobcats, who really had got nothing going on the offensive end in the first half, really got active in the second half, able to put up 9 shots, 4 of those on goal, including Caps's goal, and then right just before the whistle, Candelaria, a very impressive looking freshman, put a rocket from about 25, 30 yards out, just sailed on her and just missed out. But the Bobcats, who did, and again, this was night and day for them in the first half. I don't know if they weren't trying to play in the offense or just couldn't get anything going, but they just did nothing in that first half. Second half, about the 48th, 50th minute, they flipped the switch, and they were all over the Toppers on that side of the field.
Yeah, they spent the entire first half in their own side of the field, and Los Alamos, all they did was just kind of attack, and like Mike had said at the break, that right now Los Alamos should be up by about 5-0, but everybody was back for Bosque. So the defensive situation for Bosque was that all you could see was they had everybody. Everybody was back on defense, and at some point, they looked like there were 10 white jerseys in the penalty box, or in the penalty box back there defending, but Tara McDonald scores, and Gracie Hoggenstad, the 8th grader. And then it was a nice move by Gracie. She just we were double teamed, and then she just kind of took her foot and grabbed the ball with her foot out of the double team, and then turned around and just popped it in the goal. So a great move and a great kick and a great shot by Gracie. So. And as Mike pointed out, very, very young team for Bosque. One senior, boy, a lot of freshmen and sophomores, and so and then Rose Candelaria, she's only a freshman. My God, she's going to be something else, and
yeah, she's going to be one to watch here coming up. Already very, very impressive. She's very fast. She's very big. She's got some pretty good ball handling skills. So keep an eye on her in the next couple of years. I think we're going to hear a little bit more about her in the very near future.
Yeah, I would think in track and basketball, the way she ran down that field, wow. She, just like Mike said, she must have been 10, 15 yards behind everybody, and she just blew by them. Very unbelievably impressive athlete. So the situation here for us is that, well, for one thing, we'll be on the air at 4:00 on Saturday. Bernalillo game, which had been originally scheduled for 7:00 Friday night, has been moved to Saturday afternoon at 4:00. And so the Hilltopper football team in Bernalillo will go at it. And there's a volleyball game at noon where the Hilltopper girls are playing Academy. We'll have to check our schedule and everything to see if we're going to cover that volleyball game, but we will cover the football game, as the Hilltoppers will take on Bernalillo. And the Hilltoppers struggling right now this year. They've been having a lot of trouble getting things going, as they were just defeated by Academy on last Saturday by a score of 35-0. And so we'll see how they rebound here against Bernalillo.
Yeah, and Bernalillo, I've heard the rumor, Gene, that they don't really like Los Alamos very much. I've heard that. I don't know where I heard it, but it's probably just an internet rumor thing. But
some post on Facebook or something. Yeah, there's not a lot of love lost between those two teams, especially. Well, I don't know how Los Alamos feels, but I know that Bernalillo are not happy campers with Los Alamos.
Yeah, there's a couple of sore spots there.
Yes.
But anyway, that should be Bernalillo is a fun team to watch.
Yeah, they are. So it'll be a fun game. That'll be Friday night at 7. So the final score here is 2-1. The Hilltoppers defeat the Bosque Bobcats. The Bobcats go to 10-3 on the season. The Hilltoppers go to 4 and let's see, they were 3-4 or 5-6. Hilltoppers go to 5-6, but they've had a tough schedule. They really have. So, but they're still ranked number 4 in the state in 4A. So, and that is taking into consideration the strength of their schedule. So anyway, that's it. Final score 2-1. This is Gene Martinson for Mike Mays and Charlene McHale, who runs everything back there with the commercials and everything, and then John McHale, our spectacular photographer, and Nate Limback. And we want to thank Carol Clark for making all this possible. And the Daily Post, they've just been fantastic to pick up the ball after we thought everything was over. But Carol Clark came in, picked up the ball, and was able to get Hilltopper Sports back on the air. And we certainly do appreciate that. So that'll do it for us. So have a great tomorrow, and you can make an even better Wednesday. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart, and don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing you always do is just be excellent to each other. And Sweetie Pie, I miss you, honey.